How would you feel if your doctor tried to kill you? Well, that's the definition of euthanasia. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, euthanasia is the act or practice of killing or permitting the death of hopelessly sick or injured individuals, such as persons or domestic animals, in a painless way for reasons of mercy. According to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, suicide is the act or instance of taking one's own life voluntarily and intentionally. For moral and religious reasons, euthanasia is unacceptable and morally wrong. Suicide is illegal, so assisting someone in ending their life should be just as illegal as suicide, according to Britannica.com. Euthanasia is voluntary. However, determining the competence of a patient is not straightforward, especially if they are not understanding of other available options, as well as their consequences to their actions. Euthanasia cannot be properly regulated. For example, without proper patient documentation, the court systems could classify euthanasia as murder rather than a way out for suffering patients, and that's according to worldnews.com. There is possible recovery within patients who wish to be killed. Their case could go against the odds and they could end up recovering. But they wouldn't know that if they didn't get the chance to recover because they resorted to euthanasia as their last option. For example, if a patient dealing with a mental illness, such as depression, they're more likely to ask their physician for doctor-assisted suicide because of the negativity associated with their disease. However, because of their mental illness, it complicates the decision for themselves and for the physician too. Most countries do not allow euthanasia, but in the United States it is legal. But the laws regarding euthanasia differ from state to state. For example, most states consider it illegal, and Kentucky does not condone mercy killings. But Washington, D.C., California, Colorado, Oregon, Vermont, Hawaii, and Washington all allow it. Since early times, euthanasia has been a debate. From the early 1800s, it was mostly anti-euthanasia. However, by the 1900s, the right to die approach to euthanasia began to grow. People feel that it is their life to take, so it has been accepted by some. For example, there was a woman named Terry Schiavo. She roused the public when she had cardiac arrest and she suffered for 15 years in a vegetative state, and her husband requested to pull the plug on her life. That's according to medicalnewstoday.com. At his request, her life was ended by a doctor removing her feeding tube. In conclusion, euthanasia is a topic of debate. It should not be legal because, well, it's another form of murder. If it is illegal to kill yourself and people are being put into mental hospitals for it, then why is it okay for a doctor to kill someone? It's not. Euthanasia needs to be illegal because of the burdens it puts on people, as well as the patients, the incompetent patients and the incompetent doctors who wish to be killed, and it's really inhumane the way that they are killed. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope that by me giving you this speech about euthanasia, it can persuade you to be against it as well.